to help 1 million creators land brand deals.
Perfection.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
You are not allowed to not be on the internet.
You got to tell people what you're about. I'm posting me.
This is me doing the thing. Proof of me doing the thing.
I have not formally applied for jobs.
This is absolutely crazy. Who doesn't want to be booked and busy?
Right.
Just because they haven't said I want to follow you doesn't mean they're not following you.
Right. Let me hear it out. I want to know what she's talking about.
So
To move to the next thing.
Their strategies are the same. What they're saying is... So one of the guys that I follow, his name is Daryl Eves. Actually, he's one of the masterminds behind the viral series, The Chosen. He approached Daniel Jenkins, or what is his name?
Dallas Jenkins.
Dallas. Okay, I said Daniel. It's like Daniel doesn't sound right. He approached Dallas Jenkins and he was like, bro, there is a format that will work here in terms of crowdsourcing your funding so that you can keep this in-house and you can actually get this out there to the masses without having to, kiss the ring of Hollywood. And so the idea was for every episode that we put out, we've got to create a scenario and environment that each episode generates hundreds of user-generated content.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's the strategy.
Wow.
Hundreds of user-generated content. So Chosen has launched channels. Chosen has launched handles, full Instagram handles.
Oh, wow.
Chosen has launched podcasts, like reaction shows.
Yeah.
Like there is a whole world,
Totally.
but they're each waiting for Chosen to put something out.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Like the content they create is dependent upon Chosen.
If Chosen doesn't continue, these things...
Well, they do.
And we're talking hundreds of thousands of subscribers on the supporting platforms.
Not even Chosen's main platform.
Chosen's in the millions.
Right.
Hundreds of thousands on these supporting platforms.
That's wild.
And this is absolutely crazy. So they've launched all these things. They've launched in-person events. They've launched merch, books, guides, businesses for translation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of the content. And they've crowdfunded an entire series just by staying, these guys went from a paid model, because their first season you had to pay to be able to watch it, to giving it away for free, like streaming the joint on YouTube for free 99.
Yeah.
And now they're actually able to do all manner. Like they switched it up for this current season that they're recording right now. They actually decided they're going to record it in Italy just because of the
terrain and everything
scene and different things that they wanted to be able to do. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because they harness the power of other people's platforms. Because they harness the power of user-generated content. And this is a phenomenon. Now, there's a quote I want to share here, and we're going to dive right in. Your content is your digital storefront.
Yeah.
Content is your digital
storefront. I totally agree with that.
Content is your digital storefront. Now, I like to say there's no better way to go from busy and broke to peaceful and paid than for your ideal audience member to see you do your thing.
Yeah.
When they see you do your thing, they're like, I don't need the taste test or the ad campaign. You know, the little piece of chicken they give you in the mall, they at the General Tso's, it's and they give it and you take the piece and you're like,
food court,
No, you don't need the taste test.
Right.
After I've seen the content, after I've seen Taina do her thing, I'm like, I just want to work with you.
Right.
Is this not, it's been we've talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah.
I just want to work with you.
I've never done any paid promotion of anything.
None of the above.
Yeah. Online.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when people hear, especially your heart, a good friend of mine, Justin Moore, his goal is to help 1 million creators land brand deals. That's his goal. And literally his handle is Brand Deal Wizard.
Wow.
And people hear his heart, they hear his goal, and they just plug in. So this is an interesting space that we exist in. I love that you're smiling right now because you understand the assignment. You know where we're going. And I'm super excited to have you guys back for the How It All Works podcast. I'm your host, Kirk Nugent, and here's my lovely co-host,
Taina Nixon.
Y'all, we got a guest of guests today. Huh? Sister.
Listen,
We lucked out big with this.
Real talk.
you guys are
in
so
the studio.
silly. You guys are
Like
so
we're in
silly.
here, not like
Yeah, not remote. Yeah. This ain't no Zoom thing.
I'm telling you, that's real. Yeah.
Flesh and blood.
Flesh and blood.
Listen, thank y'all so much for
Listen,
having me.
Claudia
I'm super excited
Allen.
to be here.
Claudia Allen is our guest today.
Yes.
Man, advocate, like
Wow.
speaker par excellence. I could go down the line, but really good friend and genuinely good people.
Thank you.
Genuinely
Thank
good
you.
people. And one of the things I love about you now, in what was your title at Message?
Online content manager.
See,
Okay.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And she says like,
Very casual.
You know what
Like,
I'm saying? Like,
very casual. No
well,
big deal.
No, I'm not really. No, you grew and
Like she doesn't know what she's doing. Like she just.
you grew their brand. What? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. The receipts are there. Okay. There was a prior conversation to us hitting the record button. That's what
Yeah.
I'm alluding to. Like,
Yeah.
No. You're the one.
Yeah.
You're,
This is
you're,
true.
You're
I
in the
forgot
right
about-
space.
I forgot about that season.
Yeah.
You're right.
And
Yeah.
actually, that was the last time you were on the show. Ding. you
Oh,
you
that's
were on the show,
true.
and
Yeah,
I am
absolutely.
pointing
That's
up
such
here
a cute picture.
Thank
because
you.
I want to make sure me putting here has nothing to do with any of you. This has everything to do with her playing me the last couple times she's been here, and she was
absolutely.
not on the wall. And I'm like, I'm
Absolutely.
going to rectify this
Make
before
sure.
she-
Because
That's
I mean, like, are we friends
wait,
or
wait,
not?
Right.
Like, how many times have I come
Yeah.
here? Like, these people don't even know you. I speak
I
to
know
you
you.
on a daily basis,
No,
and I am not on the friend wall.
Yo, all I'm saying is, I praise God.
there
Some
now.
of these are magnets, but I can swap
them out.
Yeah, I can move
That's
things
good stuff.
around.
Yeah.
Some of them are, some of them weren't. You
Yeah.
know, but
I'm grateful.
But we're excited. Yeah, the last time she was here, she was in that capacity.
Right.
Yeah,
of,
absolutely.
of being in that role
That's a
at
great
Message.
point.
And so, How It All Works podcast, we talk about social media, we talk about content, we talk about growing
Yeah.
an audience, engaging them, we talk about establishing yourself as a thought leader in a space,
Yeah.
funneling clients to your business. All of
Yeah.
these things are fringe benefits of content. And we've been in a series talking about your motives and all these things. And we've been able to even talk about strategy to a good bit as well.
That's great.
And that's where we want to kind of land for today.
Yeah.
Is to talk through strategy.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so
excited.
you're really, I mean, my God, I've looked at some of your recent posts, especially on Instagram.
Yeah.
They have broad reach.
Yeah.
Talk to us about how you're leveraging that platform. What is your post strategy?
Yeah.
If there is one.
No, for sure.
Because even if there
There's
isn't one, I
definitely
want to know
one.
that too. Like, 'cause
Right.
we want to
Yeah.
dive in here a little
Right.
bit. All right.
Yeah. So at first, like I think before we went live or started recording, like my initial thought is to say, oh, there's no strategy. But like there very much so is
Oh,
a
yeah.
strategy.
Yeah.
So for me, and even when you were talking about Message, it caused me to remember like, Claudia, you manage like 5
Yeah.
platforms. Like
You forgot about that.
I totally forgot about like
Yeah.
Message Magazine.
Yeah.
I was managing like a county government
Yeah.
social media page.
Thank you.
It's good. I'm
Thank you.
currently so I'm like, okay, Claudia, like
Yeah.
get it together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And your current role is?
Director of advancement for Maryland Humanities, which is a nonprofit. So I'm over their development, their
Yeah.
communication, and their advocacy. So, all
So
their
you have a
government
social
I
media
love that.
person in your downline.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So
Okay,
yes,
we got the right one.
And
Yeah.
I be talking to them about strategy.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for my personal page, I always saw or see my personal Instagram page as this is your insight into me and what I do.
Yeah.
So if I give you clips or pictures, and typically if I would post a picture, there's a very long caption. Like I'm a writer at heart. So
We talked
like
about this. Me too. That's
right,
me. Yeah.
So you're
Long
gonna
caption.
get
Yeah.
like one morning,
Right. Exactly.
strolling down the street and I saw the sun. And like I'm gonna write you
Yeah.
a whole
Uh-huh.
essay
Yeah,
with
yeah,
this
yeah.
picture.
And we're
right?
expecting this. We're expecting this.
But also like there have been times where like I've posted a picture of me doing a training for a
Yeah.
government and then done a whole breakdown
Yeah.
on here are the 3 tips on
Right.
speaking well for
Yeah.
like a county executive office or something of that nature.
Okay.
So for me, it's very professional.
Yeah.
Like there's not a lot. I think my social media took a big shift away from my personal
Personal
life,
life.
like friends, family,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
And it's very much so this is what I do. It's preaching, it's presentations and trainings, it's all these things, advocacy. Like, hey, I'm going to this legislative session. Look at me here at the Maryland Chamber of Commerce having these conversations with the so-and-so. And like, I am only posting pictures of me doing what I do. And I also only post high quality pictures. So I don't post any more selfies.
Does this sound familiar?
Yep. I don't post anything like that. I only want high quality, almost professional photos. If I go anywhere and I see a photographer taking pictures, and these photographers follow me around.
Right.
So if I see you snap me,
let me get that.
I'm going to you and be like, I want it. Okay?
Let me get that.
So real talk, today our photographer went ham.
Yeah, he was in my face.
He was everywhere. No, he was not just in your face. He was blocking people.
Right.
Like, we were like, bro, what are you doing? You're almost on stage.
Yo, he was fully on stage.
I was like, this is crazy. Several moments, but.
So, like, for me, I'm going up to you. I'm like, hey, how do I get the pictures? Like, give me your card, your whatever. And I have fully emailed people in the same way that I would follow up a network. I have emailed photographers at events that I have been invited to and been like, can you send me the pictures of me? And they're like, oh, hey, yeah, totally. And it's like, or they'll say, hey, like, you have to wait until the organization releases the photos or something like that. But either way, I get the link.
That's right.
So
at some point, you will get those pictures.
At some point, I'm getting the pictures.
Do you credit the photographer as you?
Totally.
Absolutely.
Totally. Shout out to you.
She's a professional.
She's a professional. And for me, I said this to Kirk. I have never, ever made a post and said, I'm available, book me.
Thank you for landing here.
I've never.
It's not necessary.
I've never, ever asked, would you like me to come and do a training for your police officers?
And yet those requests come.
So for me, I don't have like 10,000, 20,000 followers, but I'm booked at busy.
Right.
Oof,
it's serving the purpose that you have for it, even if you don't have like the superficial markers of what other people might think is like, oh, they have a huge social media presence or whatever, but it's like, it doesn't matter. It's doing what I need it to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anything, I had an account on Instagram that had like 3,800 followers like throughout the pandemic. And I was being super consistent with posting. I mean, I was like creating content. I was doing a lot of things. And then ultimately kind of it got hacked. And
this is a thing.
The guy was in Turkey and he wanted like
always Turkey
$200 in order for me to get access to my account again. And I literally said to him, I was like, I make no money off of this. I'm not paying you. And it died. That account still exists. Sometimes people will follow it or they'll reach out and be like,
is this you?
Is this you? And I'm like, it is, but I have no access to that account.
That's so messed up.
So it's like super frustrating. And it was actually a friend of mine, Justin Koo, reached out to me. This is probably 2020, 2021 or something. And Justin was like, hey, I know your account got hacked, but you are not allowed to not be on the internet. And I was like, Justin, I just don't feel like I don't feel like rebuilding again. The lift of like starting from ground zero is wild. And he was like, I know, but you have to. You're not allowed to not be on the internet.
Wow.
And that's when it really kind of just set in for me, like, okay, we got to do this again. And, you know, knowing the strategy, it's like, all right,
I know what to do.
Just back in it.
But this is great because I think for somebody is listening, watching, many people that will, you know, kind of follow this podcast are in the creator space in some way, shape, form, or fashion, or at least they're interested.
Right.
And so for them to kind of hear that ebb and that flow of what that was like and what your strategy is behind it, I think is really great. For them to hear the impact of it and that, you know, the end result, booked and busy. I love that. I absolutely love that. But the other piece that I find interesting that you shared there is that this wasn't, you can catch my personal stuff in the stories because that disappears in 24 hours.
Right.
But in terms of the actual post, like if y'all go and check out her handle, which is
officially CMA.
If you check out her handle, you'll see a very curated. I mean, like I look at hers and I'm like, oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
It's got all the colors. And I'm just like, oh, that mine could be like that one day.
Mine could be.
It's just, you know, I don't care because
okay, so
It could be. You're just not trying.
Can we talk about this? So
please do.
I am a perfectionist, and so my grid. I actually care about the grid.
Exactly.
So even though people don't see it,
no, they do.
So they do. Like, I really cared about the grid to the point where the grid was keeping me from posting.
Please
because I had a grid layout that was like picture or video and then quote.
Right.
And it was an alternate from both of those, right?
Yep.
And my last account skyrocketed off of the quotes. So it was a lot of the writing. And so I had that same layout on my last account, like quote this, quote that. And I mean, like, I'm getting like 200-300 likes
every time
on a quote post. That's not huge. Even a picture of me.
That's huge.
But this is also 2020. Like, it's a different time period on Instagram. Yeah. And videos, so I eclipsed everything. Brought that strategy to the new platform, but it wasn't doing as well. So I'm getting like 20 likes on a quote post.
Pause. 20 likes is still big. I just need you to receive this in your spirit. I've got clients who, if they get 3, they're like really excited.
I run an account that has over 10,000 followers.
Yeah.
And sometimes on like non-video, non-photo stuff, like something like a quote or a flyer.
Yeah.
20 likes. 23 likes.
Yeah. I just need you to receive that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
I know how you feel when you're comparing what it used to, like the numbers that it used to do versus what it does now. That's like, okay, this is clear. This is not, it's not doing numbers, but it does.
I received this, guys, because I went through like a period where like I was kind of discouraged. I was like, this actually isn't working.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to move away from this.
Yeah.
And say maybe it's not working, so I need to just focus more on video. So if you go on my page now, you'll see the grid has been disrupted.
Yeah,
right.
You're doing video.
You're still curating it,
it's
but
predominantly video. Yeah.
Right. But so this is I love this is exactly where I wanted us to be, because there is this concept of social media is supposed to be social, and I want to dissuade you of that illusion, family. Your social media account is your pot of gold for opportunities, for DMs.
Totally.
You got to tell people what you're about. You got to tell people what you're doing. This is why I love the phrase, you are the content. Let me just say it again for the folks in the back.
Kirk had to beat me over the head with this.
You are the content. You are the content. Turn on the camera. You are the content. You are the content. What you talked about in terms of going to the photographer and saying, hey, I need those pictures.
Yeah.
You do that because somewhere in your mind, you also recognize that I am the content. I can't take the picture, but I can at least go and seek out the picture. I'm not looking for everybody because I'm not posting them.
Correct.
I'm posting me. People who follow your handle, they're following for some particular things. Number one, they're following for Claudia.
Yeah.
They're following for the quotes, perspective shifts, paradigms, right? I think it's
also like an insight into. It's like 3 different worlds on my page. So it's like, if you come here, there are some people that are following for the spiritual, theological information, the preaching clips, different things like that. There's other people that are on here because of work.
Right.
Okay.
So
this
they're over here like, oh, I'm liking the behind the scenes at the Senate building.
Right.
Like, she just met with so-and-so.
Right.
Oh, okay. So like, I have people that will hit me up and say, oh, hey, delegate so-and-so? Like, oh, like, hey, like how can I get a meeting with blah, 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 blah. So I think it's part of that as well. So to what you're talking about, like when I'm going and I'm asking you for the picture, like I need to continue to tell my story that I'm in the room.
That's right.
You own it. You own it. You're the steward.
I could tell you, like I could go home and record myself and say, hey guys, I was in the room and today I met with so-and-so, but it's not the same.
No, it's not.
When you see a picture
of you
and
actually
I'm in
doing
the suit and I'm there.
Yeah.
Doing the thing.
And I mean, you said it's not social, but I disagree. I think it is social because what she's talking about is social proof, right?
Perfect.
It's proof that
perfect.
It's social proof. It's like other people are interacting with me in this way. You are part of my network and I'm showing you that. If you would like to interact with me in this way, you can also do that. Right? It's different from her just telling us. If she just told us, we might not believe her. You know, like
honestly,
people be lying on the internet. All day, every day, right? They make up numbers, they make up engagement, they make up a lot of things. Right? So she's providing social proof that like this is me doing the thing. Here is proof of me doing the thing. It's not even me taking a picture of me doing the thing. Someone else took a picture of me doing the thing.
Let's go.
Can I say something to this, Tanya? This is so good.
Yeah.
I have not formally applied for jobs in years.
See?
Ooh, please talk more.
So, literally to Tayina's point, I am telling you about my competency in the role that you want me in just by the post.
This is good.
So that I have people reaching out to me on LinkedIn saying, hey, I saw you on XYZ podcast.
Correct.
Boom.
I saw you in XYZ meeting. I saw you present XYZ training. Are you interested in coming to be our whatever?
Right.
That is the move,
right?
So that I'm not really in the jobs section on LinkedIn.
You're not on Indeed applying for anything.
Like, and if anything, if I do find something that I want to apply for or something like that, there's still somebody somewhere, because I'm only applying like in my network of interest.
That's right.
That is like has seen me operate in some capacity. So
they can vouch for that.
They can vouch.
Yeah, she actually does know what she's doing. I've seen her
they
work.
can vouch. And so my social media strategy, whether we're talking LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook in particular, those three are I think the top three I get the most engagement on. It is a photographic, videographic resume.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
It's your portfolio.
I was just about to say that. It's your portfolio.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
it's your portfolio. My former content coach, she taught us that those first like 16 pictures or 12 pictures on your feed, like whatever someone can see without scrolling.
Yeah.
Like as soon as they come onto your page, that is like a magazine about you.
Wow.
Right? About whatever you want. So she says, if she taught us, you want to have pillars, right? For your content. That's kind of what you talked about. You've got the spiritual, you've got your work, right? So it's like, okay, whatever those pillars are, let's say you have 3 of them. In those 3 lines of photos, there needs to be proof of those pillars so that someone doesn't even need to scroll. As soon as they see, they're like, oh, there's a kid. Okay, she does mommy stuff. There's, you know what I mean? There's her, obviously she's doing a fashion thing. There's something going on there. And then it looks like her talking directly to camera. Maybe she does some kind of speaking, something or another.
Perfect.
Oh, wow.
That's gold.
So when you were talking about curating your feed, that's where that took my mind, because I do the same thing, but I'm always thinking about, so for example, you sent me a collab for a post.
It didn't work.
I haven't accepted it because it's messing with my,
I totally get it.
with my 12 right now.
No, this is real stuff. This is real stuff. This is real stuff.
Real life.
Because how many times have people tagged me or invite collaborator,
but it's gonna mess up.
Yo, this is actually gonna mess up my grid. This is gonna mess up my
I'm so sorry. I can't accept
listen,
that.
I totally get it. And listen, this is gold. This is absolute gold.
This is gold.
2 things I want to share right here, and then we want to pivot. Number one, a lot of times when we talk about content, we think about it from the perspective of, I'm going to be a YouTuber, is going to start a podcast, I'm going to start doing video.
Yeah.
There are multiple forms of content.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what you have just described today is another form, another avenue, another vantage point, and it's still yielding the similar results that we're all looking for. Like, who doesn't want to be booked and busy?
Right.
Well, that's the thing. Is that what you want?
I was about to say,
well,
it has to serve your
that's
purpose.
true.
Yeah, because I think that they're like, for me, I want social media to result in leads.
Perfect.
That bring me an income.
That's right.
You've got a bedrock. Why?
There are other people for whom they don't need it.
That's right.
To
generate income.
Generate income.
Okay. Okay. Good. Gotcha.
They want the views and the followers, and they want to be able to say, like, I have created a community around myself, or a community around my identity, my brand, so that everyone comes here to consume. but I don't necessarily like want to have like organizations calling me to come and lead a workshop or something like that.
Got you.
If anything, I'm living on the ads. Because I am prioritizing views and engagement on my page
on that platform.
I want you to continue to view what's happening here. Yeah. So if I want income coming from this, I want the income to come from ads.
That's right.
Okay, got you. And I like that. But I think
so. I'm not saying it's bad.
No.
Right.
Yeah. But I also think
than
that
what they want.
Correct.
There's still a component of growing and engaging a community and a following, because at the end of the day, you do have quite the following.
Right.
This is the time to receive. You do have quite the following.
Well, you know that age old, I'm saying age old, but as long as social media has been around, this idea that like this number of people showing up to your house, looking at what you're doing, following you around.
Yeah.
Anything over like 50 is crazy, right? So then 100 is crazy. That's what I had to tell myself when I was first starting as an influencer. Like I said, my coach at the time, she had like 100,000 some followers, right? Yeah. So I could not compare myself to what her numbers were. And so she just kept reminding us that. She's like, hey, 100 people decided to show up and park outside of your door.
There it is.
And find out what you're doing and watch you. So when I hit that first like 1,000, I was like, all right, 1,000 people. It would take a sizable room to fit all of these people.
Yeah. Everything you're saying, yes. So like even when I hit 10K on YouTube, Danita was like, "Do you know that if you get one more subscriber, your subscribers can't fit in the Von Braun?"
You see?
I was just like,
"That's a crazy thought.
That is crazy.
Wow.
That's
mad.
So real."
That is, but you're absolutely correct. It is so real, and this is the thing. So I go back to
10,000 is an actual following, Saints. I don't have 10,000 people. It's just.
But what you have is still significant enough.
Like
but okay, let's dissuade it. Let's dissuade it. Let's throw it out there.
Put 2,100 people.
No. Let's dissuade it. It's okay. I like what she's saying because I want people to hear this back and forth, this tug of war in the conversation. So I'm going to pause on going where I was going to go. I want to say this. It's the number game has changed.
Okay.
So the people who have actually raised their hand and said, I want to follow Claudia is not your actual following.
Right.
Okay.
What you mean?
How many people are viewing
How many
Claudia?
of them are engaging?
How many are
viewing
Claudia? Okay. So you spoke at our church today.
Sure.
That video has over 20,000 views.
Use a lie.
So how many
today? Like right now?
Yeah. So it's not not the amount of people. Okay, you spoke somewhere else a couple months ago.
Yeah.
How many views does that video have?
It was 12K the last time I checked.
Follow me. How many people are coming to hear what you have to say?
Yeah.
From one thing to the next to the next to the next. How many views is on the APF thing? I forgot.
So it was 1.8 on Facebook, and then like a little over 700 on YouTube.
Okay.
What I'm simply saying is how many. Okay, so then how many subscribers do you have?
200 something.
But you see, the people that just because they haven't raised their hand and said I want to follow you doesn't mean they're not following you.
Right.
Because what we've shifted from, and this is when it was in one of my reels this week, we've shifted from the metric has shifted over to interest media. Right. So what I'm interested in, the algorithm is going to serve me whether I subscribe or not.
Period.
So there are people.
My consistent FYP on TikTok.
There you go.
Is like 20% people I actually follow.
Right.
But then the rest of them are just who my algorithm thinks that I'm interested in.
You're gonna like
and
this.
It's right.
Every
it's right.
time.
Most of the time. There are people that I watch so many of their videos that I'd be like, you know what? This is wrong of me. At some point, I should follow. Like, I've been watching this man's videos for a year.
I was blown away. There's a guy on
Why
YouTube.
don't I follow him? That's wrong.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Because social media has figured out these guys are just not hitting the subscribe or follow button. They're just not doing it.
Yeah.
So they just throw that out as a metric. So what we're watching is your behavior or your followers' behavior.
Right.
Or similar profiles, right? So because Claudia watched you, I'm going to suggest you to Kirk and see what happens.
Right.
Because there's some similarities in the profile.
Yeah.
And then when I'm like, oh, this is dope, and I watch 5 videos, they're like, that worked.
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest it to more.
That's
This is what's happening.
Yeah.
And this is why you don't have a real tangible number to say like, oh, okay, I have 11,000 subscribers. That's actually a misnomer. It could be less.
Right.
It could be more.
Right.
That number is just how many people just decided at one point in time or another. And it may have just been because the type of content I put out, man, if you're in a bind and you find my video, you're probably going to hit the subscribe button because I mean, literally, those things will
solve
get
those
you
problems.
over. Exactly.
You're problem solving.
This is such a great point. So, okay, guys, y'all are going to teach me at this point.
Let's go.
Okay, because so for one, I noticed like everyone says Instagram is best for like short form video, right?
I think Instagram is best for everything. But continue.
So for me, in my mind, I'm like, I need to create like some short, like, Claudia, don't talk longer than like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like this, right?
Yeah.
Listen, guys, I'm so long-winded, it's crazy.
I'm right there with you, sister.
Struggling.
I'm right there with you,
I was struggling. I was like, I'm recording the shortest thing I've got, and it's like 5 minutes. So like I'm seeing, so like I'm posting like the video that's like 2 minutes or a minute and a half or something like that, and it would do like maybe like 100 views or something.
Okay.
And then I dropped a video that was 10 minutes long, and it did 6,700 views. So then I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like I thought it was better for it to be
what
short.
it is? You know what it is? It's because the people who are coming to view you know that you have something to say. Yeah. And you're cutting yourself short by trying to make these shorter videos, right? When you have an audience that is willing to hear you out, right?
She said the words.
Just think about how many different types of content there are online, right? Yeah. So imagine we're talking like one of those couples that do pranks on each other.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, love following
Nobody needs 10 minutes of them.
Nobody needs
10 minutes of that, right?
No,
like for the most part, we don't. Please God.
Please God, no.
They do that on YouTube, and somehow they are still successful, and that baffles me because I'm like, why are y'all watching?
I am a follower. I'd be like double tap.
So it's you, Claudia. Are you watching the 10 minutes?
The 10-minute ones?
Yeah.
Oh
no.
Wow.
I love this stuff. I'm over here. I'm like, show me another one.
I'm sick.
But 10 minutes? Okay. All right. Anyway, the point
we have to discuss this offline.
Yeah, we do. I need more on this one.
Right. But you have to sort of look at it based on you. So there was a time when they would say like, don't make long captions. People aren't reading long captions.
Yes.
That's not true for us. We are writers, and the people who chose to follow us know that, and they like that. They are reading those joints. You
have to contextualize.
I have people reading full captions I've written, and then what I started doing is I'll ask a question.
That's right.
For you to come into the content,
and that's how you know that they are reading it.
And now they're coming into the chat like
exactly.
So it's like you read the
you did
whole
read it.
thing.
They do read it.
No, I mean Danita's posts for her dad's retirement concert were phenomenal. Those she just had like a picture and this long epistle.
Yes.
And people were reading those things.
Yeah.
And weeping. Me included.
It comes down to what matters based on who you are, like what you're presenting and what your audience cares about. Yeah. So I feel like if the type of work that you do, like you said, you're not posting a whole bunch of personal, like you're not posting get ready with me's and stuff like that. Make the get ready with me a minute and 30 seconds, please.
Please.
Enough, you know?
Please.
A full interview with yourself. So
exactly. We don't need it, babe. 90 seconds tops.
Yeah.
If you can make it 60,
if you can make it 60,
better.
Go for it.
Even better. But that's not what you do. Yeah. So people are like, nah, let's hear it. Let me hear it out. I want to know what she's talking about.
So, and only thing I would add there is you have to contextualize what the rules are based on, how you show up. And I think for you show up with very dense knowledge.
Yes.
It's not going to be, it's not amenable to 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Now, having said that, because I agree, 5,000%, you got to give your followers what your followers used to from you. So that's why you had 6,700. But here's what I would tease out. The shorter video that you put out that you got, what did you say? How many? Like 100 or so. Okay. But those 100 or so are not your normal followers. Right. Those 100 or so are, that's organic. So you gotta, this is the buckets of content. So if you want to be discoverable, the 10-minute video, that's like getting down on one knee. I'm not ready to say yes.
That's a lot.
I don't, that's too much. If I don't know you and I see the 10-minute video, scroll.
Yeah.
Right. But if I don't know you, I see a topic that I'm interested in. Yeah. What does she have to say about that? And it's 30 seconds, 35, 40 seconds.
Totally.
I can give her that.
Yeah.
And if you can knock my socks off there, then
I'll give you the 10.
I don't know about 10 yet, but I might give you.
I might stick around.
I might stick around.
Yeah.
I may say, okay. And then the algorithm will find that I did watch that.
It'll show you her the next one.
Something else again. So the organic game is different than your followers. And
I have a follow-up question about your two forms of content. Are these are you talking direct to camera, or are these like clips, like the 90-second joins, 3 minutes? Like,
so for those ones, it was talking direct to camera.
Versus the longer one, what is that?
Direct to camera.
Direct to camera.
Okay.
Because what I'm thinking is you probably could get away with doing some shorter stuff, because this is a fact. Shorter stuff gets shared more.
It does.
Okay.
It does. That's way more shareable. I can post it in my stories.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then that a whole 60 seconds will play on my stories of your post. Without someone even having to come to your profile. But now they know you and they've watched you and they might be interested. Yeah. They might click through and follow you or whatever.
Boom, 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 boom.
Right? So I do still think there is worth in that shorter form. But I think it would probably be worth it to let it be a clip of something longer that you were doing. Like if you were speaking somewhere and people responded really well, like girl, I was sitting there recording you today and I was trying to, there were so many of them, but I was like, I just need a 60-second clip that I can post to our Instagram,
like
our church's Instagram, and then be like, y'all need to go watch this whole thing on YouTube, right? Yeah. But I just need a clip of something you said. All of what you said was definitely worth hearing, but that clip is probably going to be way more shareable than if I posted 20 minutes of you speaking.
See, this is gold.
So I was like, okay, I still gotta go find it. You gave me a lot of homework. I'm gonna have to go through and try to find. It's okay. It's okay. We love you. So it's fine.
No, it's good. It's good homework.
But I'm like, I just need like a good hook, like a good just 60, 90 seconds. So I can hook them and be like, click the link in bio, go to our YouTube, watch the whole thing. It's worth it. Yes. So I feel like you could do that with some of your stuff.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I received that.
You see what I'm saying?
Totally. Yeah. Now, I'm going to drop this one for you guys too. Because I think this is interesting.
Come on.
Facebook is going mad.
Yeah. So Facebook's a different beast now.
So my Facebook
I have a theory on this. Go ahead.
Have easy over 10,000 views. Like,
okay,
on my personal page, I could put the last 3 videos I posted on Instagram, 10K, 11.5, 11. Like, it's almost to the point where it was like, oh, if I drop this is what we're doing. Okay. Kind of a thing.
Yeah. It's becoming predictable that
this is the place to be.
To do that. Okay.
Like, so in my mind, I'm like, but who's here?
Right. Like, you have to tease out those analytics.
Yeah.
Who is, of 10,000 people, like, who's watching this? Yeah. Like, because we are not living on Facebook.
Right.
And we are not living on Facebook for content. Like, I don't go to Facebook for content.
Absolutely not.
Ever, you guys. Absolutely I'm not looking for videos on Facebook. Like,
I actually get upset when I have to go on Facebook. I don't want to be there.
So
and for me, I feel like,
who's doing that?
I drop it on the places where I think it should be, right? Instagram, YouTube, it doesn't get the views. But if I drop it on Facebook, we're talking 10K.
You have to tease out who is on there.
Okay, but here's the challenge. Okay, so there's a couple of things I want to say here. I'm going to say the bubble burst last, but so first of all, I have done the homework with clients.
Okay,
video on Instagram, video on Facebook. Video on Facebook does way better in terms of metrics, in terms of the numbers. But video on Instagram is where the DMs are coming from.
Okay.
Like the actual impact, the actual traction. Now they're not getting the ridiculous numbers on Facebook.
Yes.
I mean on Instagram, but they are getting the like real tangible people. Like, hey, how do I join that masterclass? Like, hey, how do I get into that thing?
You're
hey, man, that was pretty dope. you get actual feedback. Now,
this is a great point.
So that's the first thing. Second thing with Facebook is, so it's not really a quantifiable lead.
Okay.
Right? I can't touch it, taste it, feel
Absolutely.
it. I have no idea what this.
No one has ever asked me to do anything.
So now I come to the bubble burst. Many of us in the content community have looked at how Facebook has defined a view, and we don't like it. What they define as a view is not something that any of us would define as a view.
Interesting.
Okay.
So that's the bubble burst. But here's the biggest piece, and I think this is the most relevant for this conversation. Of all the juggernauts, which one's the oldest? Facebook. Facebook's got accounts on there. Some have gone as far as to say 20-30% of the accounts are bots.
Wow.
If not more.
Wow.
If not more.
Okay.
And 20-30% of the accounts on Facebook is a stupid number.
That's a lot.
And so now when you look at the types of views you're getting on there, I know we're getting a little more technical but you look at the type, you just need to qualify that view. I don't think it's not worth the post. I still think post it there. Just temper the expectation. You know, on Instagram, if I get 50 views, 100 views, I'm probably going to get a couple leads.
Right.
Correct.
On Facebook, if I get 10,000 views, maybe 30,000 views, I might get a couple leads. Same couple of leads.
From the 50 to 100.
Exactly. You see my point? So it's just like, what does that impact look like? What is it? How do you extrapolate that out to impact for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I still think it's worth the work.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, for me, it's an issue of my friends are on Facebook.
Correct.
And I still want my friends to kind of know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because word of mouth is still a thing. Like there's still people who are like, yo, I saw that and I sent it to so-and-so and they are like, dude, I need this guy to help me do XYZ. It's still a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm getting any organic inroads on Facebook, but I'm still posting there. And I've got a little bit of a strategy there. It's slightly different than what I'm doing on Instagram, but I do believe we just kind of have to temper that expectation. So I do want to shift slightly.
Sure.
Two things. We started off by talking about, of course, your content is your digital storefront, and you've completely proven this point out. Both of you.
Right.
I mean, this is just like a textbook, explanation of your content is your digital storefront. Like, boom, people can come to the storefront and be like, oh, she's got that. Oh, he's got that. Oh, she does that. I can go in and patronize, right?
Totally.
So that's digital storefront. But then on the flip side, we started off by talking about user-generated content and that there are certain pieces of content that if it's not created, others don't eat.
Yes.
And so the challenge with this is that I started by using a example of a good platform.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Chosen is a great platform,
Yeah.
and the spin-offs that they've created, for the most part, are good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I want to be clear, there are some channels that are dedicated to bashing Chosen.
Absolutely.
They believe everything they've done is heresy.
Absolutely.
And I want to make this clear. Both are doing the same thing.
Absolutely.
The ones who are heralding them as the second coming of the Lord, and those who are saying this is the very devil, they are both capitalizing on the content that Chosen has put out.
Yeah.
Their strategies are the same. What they're saying is different.
Right.
Yeah.
When a influencer, when a public figure gets to the point where their content, like when you speak, you are literally buttering some people's bread. Okay? You know you have arrived. And we have just such an influencer, just such a public figure with us today. Because so I want to ask the question, how do you deal with viral hate content? Because we saw you. No, we're gonna touch this. I'm looking at the time. We're way over, but we're gonna touch this.
No, we have to get into it.
Because I do believe that there's so many people that saw this.
Absolutely.
It was so public. There was so many I stand with Claudia posts.
Absolutely.
There was so much solidarity. There's and I want to be clear. Yeah, even the solidarity posts were doing the same things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Because some of these folk have no relationship whatsoever with you, and several of people who do said nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to get from you. You know, this is an. I mean, I for those that don't know, they'll figure it out. You know, they'll figure it out. So we're not going to take any time to explain.
Do you want me to do the context?
I want to know. I want to know the strategy. I don't even want to go. I don't want to go down the context.
Don't go down the road. Yeah. Okay.
The strategy.
If y'all want to know, you can just do a quick Google. Do a quick search.
Just Google her name.
Do a quick search.
Yeah.
But the point is, you found yourself on the receiving end of some people taking what you shared, what you said, something that you preached, and running with it in 50,000 different directions.
Totally
incorrect. But I want you to talk about your strategy in dealing with it, and then I want to harp on a couple of really critical strategy points that I want our audience to hear.
Totally. So the first strategy was don't respond.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please say that again.
It's critical.
Please say that again.
Just not respond. So
yes.
I was doing my very best to not be in the comments.
Oh my God.
I was trying.
No, seriously, as a creator, sometimes you just don't go in there.
Just don't go in there.
It's a dumpster fire.
Listen, and there's no way to explain yourself, to add more language, to clarify.
They'll never be satisfied.
Like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, like these are comment sections that are not built for clarity.
They're not.
And I'm just grateful I learned that lesson a long time ago. Because when this happened, I had literally no desire to defend myself. And so I was very much so like, I'm not going in there. Now, what made it difficult was the number of people who I know and don't know that were tagging me. So this is what I think this is the part of it that people don't really understand, in the sense that imagine you have 10 videos that have anywhere between 15 to 30,000 views on them.
30,000.
And they're all hundreds of comments nonstop, referring to you as everything from a witch to a daughter of Satan to
dramatics.
It's unheard of.
There's no way she's married. I mean, people were talking about my looks, my attire.
It got bad.
It was really tear a human down, fully. It was cyberbullying, right?
On the worst level.
On the worst level, right? And so then imagine people that don't know you but that love you,
right?
Tagging you in the comments, come here, see this, and respond.
Yeah.
So I had people that were DMing me, to Kirk's point.
Yeah.
I mean, I had so many message requests. I don't know how to, because we're not connected.
Right.
So literally Instagram has
put them in that folder.
You're in Siberia.
You're not even allowed to talk to her.
Right.
And so between Instagram and Facebook, I had so many people in message requests saying when will you please come out and say something? Say that you're not what these people are saying you are.
Wow.
And so it was.
And they mean well.
They do mean well, but I think that this is why it's just so important that you have to say outright. I'm not going to respond.
This is my boundary.
Right.
I don't plan on doing this.
Yeah. Now, what I did when I did make a decision to create content that would, what I wanted to do was leverage the visibility that I was
talk about
getting.
it.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Because
I love this.
of the negativity.
That's right.
So there were so many people that were coming to me now and that were going to watch that original sermon exclusively off of the fact that people were calling me every name other than the one God gave me. Right. So that caused me to say, okay, Claudia, let me make a video that's a follow-up to the sermon.
Yes.
So literally, I did not make a video to explain myself.
Nope.
I didn't tell the context.
Nope.
I didn't say anything about what was going on in the ether or the virality.
So good.
All I did was create a video that was here are 7 ways for you to revive your communities.
Yeah, clock it. You ate that one little thing, Claudia.
a Daniel in Revelation.
Yeah, that's so good. Love it. Yeah.
So it's like there was a little petty because I know what you're mad about, right? So there's a little petty I'm gonna throw in here in the title, and I'm going to address the question that I think a lot of the good and positive people were actually messaging me and asking me was, hey, Claudia, I was so moved by this sermon. It was so powerful. I really need some practical takeaways. Like, what can I do right now
to revive?
And so that's why I was like, oh, bet. Like, this is a video that I will make.
Yes.
And so I think that has like 11.5. That's one of the videos on Facebook. So it was like, if I'm going to say something,
I want to do that.
I'm going to do this. I'm not going to give you the credence of me acknowledging that you even exist.
That's such a good strategy. You saying that you did that just made me realize that's something that another very well-known female preacher has done recently. She was like going crazy viral. Low-key, it seemed like a battle between her and another person in that space, like a preacher, another female preacher. But it was like they were coming from opposing ends of it, and people really wanted her to like low-key battle it out with this other woman. And she was just like, hey y'all, I'm gonna be on live today at 11. I said, what are we doing? Honey, she got on there with her Bible, big Bible highlighter. She said, we're gonna do a Bible study.
Come on, talk about that.
Let's talk about prophecy.
Let's
talk. You know what I'm talking about. She's like, let's talk about prophecy. Let's talk about how we can identify true prophets versus false prophets. Let's talk about how we discuss conflict in the body of Christ. I said, you ate that. You ate that. And she never talked about, she never mentioned that person's name or anything like that. So what's great about what you did and what she did is, if someone didn't know about the drama, if they knew nothing about it, if they came to your platform months later, that's evergreen, useful, productive content. But it still does leverage, because why should they be the only ones eating off of your name?
Come on, talk about it.
Why should they be the only ones getting views off your name?
Come on.
No. Increase your engagement, baby. Let's get some content out there. But we don't need to speak to them. Who are they?
Absolutely.
So I love what you did there.
No, that's gold. That's gold. Now I want followers to leave with something practical. Because first of all, why do they do it? Why put out the hate content? Why put out the and I'm not bashing those who put out the solidarity posts.
Thanks for reminding me.
I'm not bashing them. Okay, go ahead. Speak to that. Why do they do it? Okay.
What I basically realized was happening, and I think I messaged Kirk about this. So in the same way that the negativity was, I refuse to listen to her because she's a woman. I've seen this clip. How dare she has no business being on the pulpit. There's nothing that she could say that I would find positive.
Right.
There also was, on the other hand, people that were like, it's Claudia. I don't care what she said.
Right. I ain't even seen it, but I stand with her.
But I stand with Claudia.
Who we beating up?
So there were, literally.
No, real talk.
There were literally people posts that were like, tag me in the foolishness so I can respond. The people that are saying negative things. So I think that those are the polar extremes of what was happening on the internet.
Yes.
Then within that spectrum, you also had individuals who took it as their time to do full-on soliloquies. Whether that be a negative soliloquy or a positive soliloquy. All right? And so there are now blog posts.
Long
essay, long form
captions.
Captions, right? And a lot of it is to either say, right, that, in a greater explanation of like what you agree with or what you disagree with. And this is where I agree with Kirk, is that I appreciate the support. I want to be clear. Particularly because I didn't ask to get attacked, for one. For two, my mother told me that she saw like a lot of the hate and prayed, and she said, God, if Claudia is right, then cause there to be a groundswell of supporting posts.
I like that.
So we have to just outright acknowledge the crazy supportive posts that we saw online, which we have never seen in any other situation before.
Like,
that does not happen.
Right.
it's because Dr. Karen Allen prayed that prayer.
Come on.
Right?
Amen.
Come on, Mom. Come on.
So we acknowledge first, my mom was like, Jesus, come and protect my baby.
Period.
Right?
Period.
Real talk.
Now, that aside, I do think that we also have to acknowledge that even well-intentioned people are also building a platform.
Yes,
That's right.
they are.
That's right.
And so
Yes,
if
are.
you read a lot of them, like this is your time to articulate your theological position on the thing that I have said.
That's right.
So so I am mentioned at the top.
Right.
But the bulk of the post is not actually what I said.
And you know what, guys? Hot take.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that's wrong.
No.
Right?
No, I get
There
it.
is a whole section of the internet. I don't know if they talk about this on Instagram, but on TikTok, we call them yappers.
Yeah.
They are yappers.
Yeah, they're
okay?
yappers.
That's what they do.
Okay.
They talk for a living. People find them engaging or people hate them.
Yeah.
And either way, people engage with their content. They get paid for making that content.
They they yap. These are the Stephen A.
They yap.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
And
look where yapping has gotten that man.
And he's
see what I'm saying?
multimillionaire.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Real talk.
That's like our OG yapper.
Yes.
He founded it.
He is
Founding father of the yappers.
Class.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Masterclass in yapping.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think, but there are people who yap with purpose.
Yes.
Right? So there are like feminists, for example.
Yes.
Which I imagine there were some feminists.
Oh, absolutely.
Who came to your defense.
Sure.
Not because they know you or even are particularly like interested in your theological
This is their
background.
time.
But they were like, that is a woman being attacked on the internet and I'm not going to let it happen on my watch.
There you
And
go.
also it's going to further my mission. It's going to further my mission.
Please.
You know what, babe? Eat. Because
do what you gotta
were
do.
gonna do that anyway. You were gonna do that anyway. The people that I kind of I'm side eyeing is the ones that you ain't never had nothing to say.
Come on.
You ain't have nothing to say.
Ain't never.
We didn't even know you were a Christian.
Come on.
Before today.
Yeah. And all of a sudden,
we have so much to say. And I stand with Claudia.
John 5.
All right, babe.
Chapter, book 1, book 2, book 5,
Come on.
book 20.
Pack it up.
What are you doing?
Wrap it up.
Whole series.
That's who I'm kind of like.
Got you.
All
Side
right.
eye. For sure.
Totally received
You
that.
see what I'm saying?
The motivation
Totally.
is not different. The motivation is not different.
No.
They each want to use this as a launch pad. And I'm looking, and I want to say this to the audience from both angles of understanding how these platforms work and understanding these moments. When we're talking about jumping on a trend, this was the trend.
You were trending.
And you were trending, and people wanted to jump on and ride that wave and see what they could garner for themselves.
Yeah.
Real talk. We just want to keep it a stack.
Yeah.
Here's the other piece I want to say to the followers. Don't watch the hate content.
Don't hate watch.
Don't what are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't did you see another one popped up?
If
You're
you continue
giving
to
them
view
what
them,
they
That's it.
want.
that actually communicates
That's
to them
it.
almost like the algorithm, like what you guys
Exactly.
were saying before.
Exactly.
It communicates to them like, oh, I need to actually follow this person
Correct.
more.
Correct.
I need to create more hate content about this person because it's going to cause me to get more views.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Yes.
You're sending the wrong message. You're actually opening yourself up because you're gonna get
more
several
of that.
things in your suggested now. But in addition, you're giving the person what they want.
That's right.
You're giving the person what they want. You're giving them their 10 minutes of fame. I mean, the only reason why they put out this kind of content is because it does these kind of numbers.
That's right.
Totally.
It's not evergreen. It's a flash in the pan. It meteoric rise and then nothing.
Right.
Absolutely.
Until maybe they might put out another. And I'm pretty certain for some of them, they were like, oh, snap, this thing has gone so well. No, I mean, honestly.
No, for real.
Like, I put out this one video and it's just.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's true.
Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Tell Instagram, tell Facebook, tell YouTube, I don't want to see any more of this.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hit the 3 buttons.
Yep.
Say, I'm not interested.
Yep.
I'm offended by this.
Yep.
This was hateful.
Yeah.
Do those
And
things.
I'll go a step further. I block them
Block
to
them.
ensure that I can never even accidentally give them a view again.
Exactly.
You'll get
because
nothing out of me.
And this is
I will pay you dust.
It all comes back together because
I will block.
Because even just for the second or two that you see it on Facebook,
it counts.
It counts.
It counts as a view for them.
It counts.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Same for TikTok. If you
I didn't watch it. I just, on YouTube, it started playing and I just kept on scrolling. You gave it a view. You gave it a view. Go in your history and look. It's there.
Yes, that's how I learned that on TikTok.
And you can go in the history and hit remove.
That's right.
And block and tell
not
YouTube,
interested.
not interested. This is hateful.
That's right.
We get to determine the tech and the algorithms. It's just bits and bytes. It's ones and zeros, y'all.
Right.
It has no soul. It does not hate Claudia. It does not love Claudia.
Right.
You get to decide what will be suggested, what will not.
Right.
And if we don't learn this practice of what should we do in these viral moments that are hateful.
Right.
I mean, honestly, I tried my best to stay out of the fray, but a friend of mine called me and was like, Drew, it's bad. I mean, some of the stuff that they were like, this stuff, check in. I know you're tight with Claudia. Check in, please.
Wow.
If I was seeing this stuff about me, I would not be okay.
Dang.
That was the level of concern.
And I had non-stop people on my phone.
There you go.
Like, genuinely.
There you go.
Like, are you good?
Are you good?
Wow.
No, it was that kind of a moment. I mean, it was like, yo, this is way more than you would ever want to have happen to anyone. And this is why I'm so glad we were able to kind of wrestle with this thing and kind of parse through it a little bit, because people will know for the next viral moment.
Right.
The strategy is, don't ask the person to respond, number one. Please don't tag, for the love of God. Then don't give them the view.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Don't give them the view.
Right.
And tell Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, this is hateful.
Right.
And I don't want to see any more of this. This is tearing somebody down. Report their account if you have to.
Can I say a hot take that I know Kirk is going to disagree with?
So
this is the thing with me tying in.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to disagree.
A huge
I know.
free speech person.
Yes.
Okay.
So because of this,
Her advocacy work, all that.
Advocacy, everything.
At least we know she practices what she
does. She does.
I genuinely believe that you should have your right to say what you want,
even if it's about
protected, even if it is negative about me.
Okay.
So even if I if you are demeaning me, degrading me, disrespecting me, whatever, I care more about protecting your right to say that.
Wow.
Than
I don't.
If I
think it depends.
No, I totally get your point. I know where you're coming from, but I don't.
If I remove your right to be hateful, I also remove my right
to say what I
positive.
Right.
And so this
Why do you have to make so much sense, Claudia?
No, I think I'm in between the two of you.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I am not for censorship.
Yeah.
But I am for boundaries.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood.
So I am blocking you from accessing me and me from accessing you.
There we go.
You can talk to whoever else you want. I won't be a part of it. You will not profit. You will not profit off of my view. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's very balanced.
We needed Diana to come in because we've been at odds on this for a long time.
Right.
We needed that.
And
I can agree
also
with that.
Claudia, but also Claudia, remember too though.
Yeah.
In protection of you and others like you, sometimes people do need to be censored.
This is true.
That is my view. Like, I really think that
somebody who's not
when we become tolerant of intolerance, we are promoting the wrong things. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
That's how evil rises. When we're like, well, everybody should. Nope. Everybody should not. Everybody should not. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like Hitler started as an orator. Like he was talking. He was speaking. And they let him. And enough people were duped.
Absolutely.
And we saw what happened. You see what I'm saying? And I know that seems like a big jump.
No, it seems like it. No. Actually, it's not even that far.
It's not that far of a jump.
Yeah.
We're seeing it.
We're seeing it right here. We're seeing it right here. We're seeing it right here. So I do think that like if someone just has something bad to say about me, maybe they might even lie on me. That's one thing, right? But we get into racism. We get into, you see what I'm saying? Like general bigotry, hatred. Nah, I think I'm going to report you.
Yes, you need to be reported.
I'm going to block and report you.
Yeah. No, so I received that, guys.
And everyone will have to make that determination.
That's right, for themselves.
And I think that's very balanced.
Yeah,
that's very balanced.
Yeah,
I'm still blocking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna block. Which I think, like, as you guys have said it and explained it.
Yeah, you understand.
I think that's great, and I totally agree with. And I think the other follow up to that too is acknowledging, like, hey, Claudia, this did actually take an emotional toll. Like, so, like, let's not be so high and mighty and thick skinned and like you got this, that like at some point it didn't become draining.
That's right.
Because at some point you're fielding all of the negativity.
Yeah.
But then you have to begin fielding all of the phone calls.
Yeah.
So now I'm on the phone nonstop with people that care about me.
Yeah.
And so I'm having
and they're concerned.
Every time a new person calls, I have to retell the story.
That's right.
Sheesh.
So I have to rehash what happened. This is what I preached. This is what happened. This is what they said.
Right.
This is what.
And those are people you don't want to block, right?
No,
you want to explain to them. You want to have that conversation because they care about you.
Absolutely.
So the people who don't, we don't have to deal with that.
Correct.
Yeah. We don't have to deal with that.
And then it continues into the support. So now the support was so rampant that people were calling me to say, hey, did something else happen? Like people that are in my inner circle.
That was me. It was like, maybe something else
happened to you that I missed.
Right. Because it's that serious.
No, it's the same thing. I had people that were calling me to say, hey, like, have you experienced a death in the family?
Yeah, no, it was
like people thought
crazy.
My mother had died or something because of the
how much people were
I support Claudia. I stand with Claudia.
Right.
Like, so it got to the point where it was legitimately draining to field both sides of the scenario. So that even if I was like not emotionally bothered by being called a witch,
I'm glad we can laugh.
Like honestly, I joke about it, but it's like, I mean, they called Jesus Beelzebub.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
You're in good company, babe. You're in good company.
At first, for in the beginning, I felt good because I was like, oh, we've arrived.
Right.
Oh, this is
I'm
good.
doing something right.
Doing something right. You know, like this is like this kind of response is the affirmation that you are in fact doing what you're supposed to do, and you are doing it very well.
That's right.
And so, there was that. But I would say like the emotional drain came just from like managing people and their emotions because other people were so distraught about
on your behalf
was being said about me that
and they're drinking it in because I mean there's one guy I was like, bro, he's like, man, I've watched like 6 videos. I was like, why did you do that?
Stop that.
I feel so bad.
Dude took notes.
No, brother.
I was like, sir, you did
what
too
he
much.
Took notes?
He took
notes.
What
did he take notes for?
All the inaccuracies and all the different things. I was like, sir, you went too far.
And was he planning to make a video to correct it?
I don't know what he was trying to achieve. Honestly, maybe he had some other ulterior motive as well.
No, but I am the kind of chronically online and like extremely, what's the word? Like, I am very specific about the truth. Like, I want the truth to be the truth. You can say all the things, but make it right.
But make it right.
Yeah.
You can hate me. Don't lie on me. You see what I'm saying? At least tell the truth about what I said, what I did, whatever, right?
Absolutely.
So I could see myself being that person and being like, no, that's not what you said. That's actually not what you said.
That's inaccurate.
Right? So that's why I have learned, like, I don't comment in response to people because I would catch myself doing that and being like, actually, what was said was because don't say that. You know what I mean? So I just was like, I can't do that. I can't do it. I have to block. I have to scroll away.
Is where all of the efficacy goes.
Let me tell you something.
But I will say this. I want to publicly say this. I am super grateful, particularly for some male pastor friends of mine.
Yes.
Who like really got galvanized and were like, what you not finna do is talk about my girl.
Come on, talk about
so
that.
they really kind of showed up in the comments and in the chat in a lot of these videos, just going to war. Like people literally were like, okay.
Yeah. Since you want
to fight,
let's go there.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And literally.
And you know what? I will say, hey, I call myself a comment creator in addition to being a content creator.
Ooh.
TikTok, if you're listening, y'all should be paying me. I am tripling people's engagement with my comments. I have so many viral comments, especially on TikTok.
Come on.
But
you're giving away too much.
I know,
that is a cheat code.
I go crazy in comments. I love a comment
creator.
Unsolicited.
That is gold.
I'm a comment creator.
I love this.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Right.
We're
makes
walking
sense, though.
with this.
Right.
No, it makes sense. I've seen it everywhere. We have to do an episode on comment.
You see the people with like 10,000 likes on a comment.
Absolutely.
And I can't tell you how often because on my TikTok I can see when people view my profile.
Yeah.
people view my profile constantly because of the comments that I leave, right? But I'm not leaving comments to go viral, just so we're clear. What I was going to say, to your point about those male pastors, like defending you in the comments, I like to use my voice when I think it's useful on a comment. Right? So like, for example, I remember there was a post where on Instagram, and I still get likes from this post, and it has to be 2 years old now. Wow. Someone else's post. She was being demonized for being attractive, and people were saying that she was essentially like making people lustful. Essentially, and no, that's not what it was. She was very beautiful, but she was talking about being attracted to this man and how beautiful he was and whatever, and essentially like thanking God for bringing her a man that she was that attracted to. Okay, people were going in on her, saying that she was lustful, that she has the spirit of lust, that she's leading people astray. Okay. What? Now, what I saw in the comments was people being like, you guys are dumb. That's stupid. Okay. But what I didn't see was biblically accurate rejoinders.
Right.
I know Bible.
Come on.
I played Bible Bowl.
Come on.
I played Bible Bowl from age 7 to 16.
Come on, friend.
If there's one thing I know, it's the Bible. All right. And I won. I played and I won.
There you go.
Represented the conference, represented the union. I played Bible Bowl.
Come on.
So now I know, and I'm not saying that to be braggadocious. I'm saying that to say I feel like sometimes I have a responsibility.
Come on.
Right?
Ooh,
so those men, they probably felt like they have a responsibility. As a man, they know that people listen to men in theological spaces more than they will to a woman.
Right.
So it makes sense to come to that woman's defense.
Aid and get roll up the sleeves and do the things.
That's why my comment went viral, is because it wasn't just like witty or snappy. It was biblically based. And I helped them understand, like, God created sex. God made her beautiful. God brought her a beautiful man because he intends for her to have a marriage that is just as loving and kind and whatever, but also sexy. He wants that for her. And she deserves. And so do y'all. And we need to get into why you think you don't deserve that.
That's good.
You should have that too, babe. You should also be attracted to your partner.
How about
and if you were, we would not have so many issues in your bedroom. If I find the post, I was gonna say, if I find the post, I'll send it to you guys. Because I was like, nah. And also my background, I have a background in public health education. And part of that is adolescent sexual health. I study that specifically. And so I feel like I need to say something in defense of healthy sex, healthy sexual attraction.
Absolutely.
So sometimes it is worth it to say something. If you have something to say,
that's good.
That is different.
This is really good
than what others are saying. You see what I'm saying?
That's
really good.
But it's also within you. What you're being a good steward.
That's right.
Of what God has given you, what God has entrusted you. So those men that came to your aid, or whoever in many of these cases, but specifically these male pastors, God has given them a sphere of influence that they are stewarding well by using it in this regard.
Absolutely.
And you did the same in your regard. So it needed a response from somebody with your background, with your pedigree, with your history, with your expertise. And with that biblical perspective and foundation that could bring it all together. I've seen that so many times where somebody will put a comment and it's like, what he said.
Exactly. I will just double tap
that one. Right. That's the comment.
I go to write a comment and then you see somebody else already said it.
And you're like, that one.
And that's why I said different from what other people are saying. So sometimes I had the thought, I go in, someone said it, and I will literally comment to them and be like, I came to say this and you already said it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
But if nobody has, there is a responsibility and an onus for you to go and be that thing.
Just know you will probably get hate comments in return.
That's fine.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm cool with that.
Yeah, you put yourself out there.
For me, because I think the other thing that's critical is they did not tag me in their defensive.
Because they weren't doing performatively. They weren't doing it
performatively.
I like this.
So,
Claudia, that's good.
It was not about, I need Claudia to know what I said to defend her.
God bless them.
I'm simply in here to do the work.
I like that.
And beyond that, they called me either before they made the comment or after they made the comment, but they called
to check
purely on a checkup. Like, hey,
gold,
how are you?
Not to say, hey, did you see my comment?
That's
correct.
Right.
Because they know I'm not in there. They know I'm not trying to be in there.
That's good.
So for me, like, I think that was where, like a lot of kind of like healing and peace and things like that came because so many people were also responding and saying, hey, don't worry about it.
Right.
We got you.
Right.
We got you. I love that.
You good?
Right.
All right, you
all
good?
Right, good.
All right. I just want to make sure you in one piece.
That's right.
Over there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, I'm going to go back to what I was doing.
So, listen, we got to land. And so what I do want to say this, and I hope we can land. I don't know if we can or not. I hope I'm hopeful. But today's message, I was sharing with you in the car.
Yeah.
There was a masterful, segue from what you spoke that got you in the hot seat to today, which I believe is kind of one of your first super public messages since the incident.
Very much so.
And it's just such a great launch pad to build on the foundation that you laid in this first one. And I know I'm speaking in the gray because some of you don't understand either. But my point is to really hone in on what to do when these moments happen. How do you respond? What are those next steps? And you kind of gave us that blueprint today.
Can I say, I'm going to answer this. You know what you do? You keep working.
Keep working. You keep working.
So okay, I go viral over a sermon.
Yeah.
Next week we're on a plane somewhere else to preach.
Yeah.
And it's not as large of a platform as the previous one.
Right.
But you still got to go and preach.
But we still have to go and preach.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so
you still got to work. You still got to.
I still have to go to work. The people at my job,
they don't care, honey.
No. I have been attacked on the good Lord's internet.
Literally.
And they don't care.
They don't care. They don't care. There are deliverables that need to be
real things that we're trying to do. Like we lost $1.2 million in the middle of the night because of Doge.
Jesus.
Claudia is the advancement person. Bring us in these monies.
Find the monies. Find the money, ma'am. We don't care about what you was doing on the internet.
Your feelings is hurt because they called you a witch. It's giving irrelevant information. Okay?
Keep that to yourself.
So, I think having that was really good for me. So I think that
outlet.
What I would say to content creators, to the point that you're making, Kirk, is having the next thing to go to is so critical, because if you don't have the next thing to go to,
you
stew in the very thing that's trending that everybody else is talking about. And so I didn't have the luxury of stewing in the thing.
Right.
Gold.
And so I had to move on.
Gold.
Yes.
I was not allowed to wallow in the situation.
Yeah.
Because I literally, Taina, I preached on a Wednesday. I had to go to work on a Thursday.
On Thursday.
You see what I'm saying?
Then people don't care, bro.
So I feel like we're not understanding.
I have a job.
This is not a Saturday where you get Sabbath and Sunday
to read.
No. We are in the people's job. It's the middle of the week.
My God.
Right? So I feel like it's the same thing. I'm like, even if you are a content creator full time and that's what you do, you don't necessarily have another job or another assignment to go to. I think it's critical that you do, in fact, have something that's on your calendar that you should be doing.
Yes.
Right.
So whether it's the next video, if it's the next vlog, if it's the next whatever,
something else,
you need to move to the next thing. Either that's create the content to leverage the visibility that you have garnered, or it's move on to a completely different assignment, create some new merch, whatever.
There is nothing wrong with touching grass.
Yes.
You can also put your phone down, turn your notifications off, go outside and touch some grass.
Touch the grass.
Connect with nature.
This is good, friend.
Please.
I really thought this was a metaphor for something.
I actually mean
go outside and touch
there
the
is
grass.
a real world outside and you are stuck here and it's killing you. I've been there. I know.
It's
killing you.
Say this.
Get
I
off
have
of
been there. The comment section will kill you. Like one of my strategies, and I teach this. I literally teach this, is that you should respond to the comments. Now, when the comments are normal.
That's right.
Sure.
But when the comments get bad, you've got to really determine whether or not there's a comment that somebody left on one of my videos, like, this was trash, waste of my time, la 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 la. Wow. And I had typed and deleted my response like 50 times, and I was just like, what I actually posted was, sorry this didn't get you across the line. Hope you can find another creator that works better for you.
That's so good.
Left it alone.
That's so good.
My community came for his neck. They came for his neck. Because I left the thing alone. I was like, I'm not going back to that.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Because I saw the notifications like, you got to reply. I was like, I'm not going back to that joint. I can't go back to it. Can't go back to it.
Bruh.
But when I finally did, I realized it wasn't him. It was my community be like, this video saved me. This video, when he said this, it was like, man, if you don't like the joint, why you gotta be a hater? Like, you didn't have to comment that. If it didn't work for you, move on to the next one. I can't tell you how many videos I watched that didn't work for me. I did not hate on that guy. They did the work of putting the video out. What do I look like? Ain't nobody paying them to do this. So I was like, holla glory, you know? Yeah. So I think there is this, there is this tug of war for creators to, yes, because in the comments is where things like being a comment creator. Oh, I love this comment creator. I'm going to be making a note on this one. Yeah. But in the comments, there's so much opportunity for your next video, for all kinds of stuff. So I always tell my people, get in the comments, engage with people. It's a two-way conversation. 100%. Just because you put a video out there doesn't mean that that's the end of it. Right. Yeah. There's a whole conversation to be had.
That's useful when it's in your community.
Yes.
Right. That's part of. That's right. It's your video. You're
not
engaging
on the other stuff.
That's right. You're engaging with your community. You're building with your community.
Yes.
I 100% believe this is what made me a good influencer. I never had the huge following. I've never had any of that. But my engagement is through the roof because I was always talking about. I never felt like anyone owes me a like. They never owe me a comment. They never owe me anything. Yeah. So when they take the time to do that, I'm like actually building. Boom. I'm talking to them and I'm saying their name. Thanks so much, Claudia. I appreciate that. Yeah. Do you know how often people are like, oh my God, she said my name.
No.
Right? Like thank you.
True. So go. This is gold.
They appreciate that so much. So it's like that is what is worth your time and your energy.
Yes.
Once your content goes beyond your community, and that's when it can be misinterpreted.
It's such a great line.
It's a great line.
Yeah. Once it gets outside of that to people who don't know you,
you owe them nothing.
It's good. You're good.
You're good.
You're actually good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're actually good. Wow. And so that is a perfect time to touch grass.
Yeah.
Get outside and remind yourself that you exist in the real world and not just on the internet to people who are determined to misunderstand you.
Listen.
Very important.
This is gold. Listen, your content is your digital storefront. Like back in Main Street, USA, you had, these storefronts. So you'd come down Main Street. It was, it had the horses and all that other stuff, and you'd pull up and people would pay to put things in the storefront. Like it wasn't their store. Wow, yeah. It was somebody else's store, but you would pay to put your wares in the storefront because how else would people see that you had this thing? You had this widget, you had this gizmo, you had this thing, this solution to a problem, unless it was in a storefront. Yeah. But today, we don't have Main Street anymore. That's right. Your content is your digital storefront. Totally. People can see what it is that you do. I love how you are so intentional about your digital presence and how you curate that experience for your followers because they know what they're going to get from you. And even in that, there's still several things that we shared here today that we pray 10x what you're doing, right? Yeah, and we hope that it does the same for you as well. Yeah. But on the other side of it, listen, and I'll be honest with you, I hope you have a viral moment. Yeah. I hope it's not a bad viral moment, but I hope you have a viral moment, and I hope that you've created the infrastructure to prepare for said viral moment. Yes. Worst thing that could have happened to you is for you to go viral for the wrong thing, or to go viral and you don't have the infrastructure in place. That's right. I had a guy that went viral and he had the wrong email on his YouTube. No. And people were emailing incessant, trying to get in touch, but he had the wrong thing there, and he put it there intentionally because he didn't.
A nightmare.
He didn't want the people to reach out. He also didn't believe in himself. Right. There's a self-belief thing that causes somebody to do something like that. Wow. You didn't believe that it was actually going to work. Right. We've been telling you that it's your digital storefront, but you're just like, this is annoying. It's just going to be a bunch of spam. Yeah. No, it's not spam. These are actual people who want to do business with you. Wow. And when your viral moment came, you were unprepared. Right. You do the work now. The reason why you're watching this podcast is because you are preparing for the harvest.
Yeah.
You've tilled the soil, you've planted the seed, you're watering, you've prayed for the sun.
Yeah.
You've pulled up the weeds. You're praying and preparing for the harvest.
Yeah.
Make sure the infrastructure and the systems are in place so that when your moment comes, because it will come.
Yeah.
It will.
And viral means something different. We talked about
that.
You know,
relative virality,
right?
Relative virality.
But your moment will come, and when it does, you'll be prepared.
Yeah.
You'll be booked and busy if you so desire.
Right.
And booked and busy will take on different
for-
forms for everybody.
Absolutely.
But you will have your own version of that.
Yeah.
Content will fulfill the why that you created the content for in the first place. Family, this has been another episode of the How It All Works podcast.
Listen.
Super excited to have our good friend Claudia Allen with us today.
Yes.
This was
Thank
dope.
you so much. That was
Thank
amazing.
you guys for having
this
me.
was
This
awesome.
was
That was
an amazing
amazing.
conversation.
Yeah. I think this might might do some numbers.
Listen, I got a couple of followers on my YouTube channel today.
Come on.
Oh,
So
see?
listen, I think they probably saw the Oak
I'm
Ridge
not
thing
surprised by this.
Exactly.
and literally went and were
And
like,
found
I
you.
need to find another thing.
I
So,
love it.
See?
You know, I
And if you weren't there, they couldn't find you. They couldn't follow you.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have the systems in place, I love it. This is family. This is how it all works.
Very
Absolutely.
good. Excellent. Well done, Kurt.
My co-host.
Well done.
Oh my God, we're landing it there. Y'all come on back for the next one. I don't know what it's going to be about, but we're going to have a good time.
absolutely.
Bye.
Later.